So, welcome in, crew. So, we're going to do something today that I've never done before. So, we're going to talk about characters, we're going to talk about presets, and we're going to talk about how I set up my world. And this is really no reflection on me telling you that this is the way you need to do it. I'm just giving a deeper dive into it than I have before because I know there are a lot of people who like to watch the game but that don't play or might be interested in starting to play. So we're just going to talk about it. Um, as you go along and you play and you survive, I think this is how this works, and you survive more days. These characters will unlock, and you can use different ones like Wilson, and they'll give you a list of all their strengths and weaknesses. Um, you know, like down below here, and they'll tell you, like the fire starter, immune to fire damage, has a lighter, lights fires when nervous. So you can choose the ones that you want, and there's a lot of different ones to choose from. And this is as you get further into the game. I always choose Wilson. It says I will conquer it with all the power of my mind and grows a magnificent beard. So Wilson is the one that I always choose. I play on the Reign of Giants. Um, there are different ones that you can do. You can do Shipwrecked, you can do Hamlet, you can do just the normal Don't Starve base game. Reign of Giants is actually a DLC. So, Reign of Giants, Shipwrecked, and Hamlet are DLCs. Don't Starve is a regular, is what is the base game. So the Reign of Giants and Shipwreck and the Hamlet are DLCs. So I play with Reign of Giants. Okay. Now I'm going to do my presets. And if you want to do that, you just go down here to World and bring it up. I always start in the autumn. I always start with a long day. That gives you more time into the day to do things, to get things done before it gets dark. I always do. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Okay, hang on. Sometimes it's a little touchy. I always do pig heads for pigskin. I always do these for bones. More flowers, more grass, more twigs. I always do tumbleweed because you can get stuff out of the tumbleweed like gears, food, twigs, rocks, stuff that you might need. So I always do the tumbleweed more. Carrots, berry bushes, rocks, flint, trees. Because if you put more on these things, then you're going to get more, and it's going to open it up more for you. You can get more flint, more rocks, more wood, more berries, more carrots, more food. The more flowers you get, the more butterflies you get, or the more you can just pick the flowers and help your sanity. The more grass you have, the better off you're going to be because you can build more fires and twigs for weapons. So just want to set it to more on as many of these things as you can. That way you can, be more successful, more cocoons for the meat so you can make more ham bats, not more I don't do the turkeys. And I'll tell you why. The turkeys eat your berries, and I don't do the turkeys because I don't want them to eat my berries and my berry bushes to be all gone. I do the pigs because I want to find the pigs to make a camp next to, so I do more pigs. Pigs are very helpful for pigskin, and you can knock their houses down and get pigskin and stuff for like a football helmet or a hand bat if you want to make one. So pigs are very helpful. I do the beefalo, but don't do the ones with the red bottoms. Just do these up here. These here will be the ones that are breeding and having babies, and they're a little more angry and aggressive. You want to do these that are less aggressive. Okay, so rabbits more. That way you can set rabbit traps and catch them. You can do the moles if you want to. More butterflies because you want to have them to heal with. And that's basically all I do. So then when you're done, you're going to hit A to accept the changes. A again, you're good. Then you just hit, no. And then you just hit start. And then you can start the game. So I just thought it would be a really cool thing for me to go through how I set up my world today instead of setting it up and then turning it on. Just for people that have never like played or are interested in how I do it, or maybe are interested in starting to play. That's how I do it. A really funny story that I tell a lot, but there's a lot of new people. Um, Back in the day, when I first started playing Don't Starve, um, I put it on Reign of Giants to play Reign of Giants, and it told me that this is for experienced players only, and I laughed because at the time I had played it for a while, and I thought, oh my, but yeah, we're gonna stay out of that scuffle. We don't want to die immediately after we start, do we? But yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny that it told me it was for experienced players only. I was like, okay. Reign of Giants is a little bit more difficult, and the game has went through a lot of updates since I started playing. When I first started playing, I don't remember Reign of Giants being uh, this hard. Like, I feel like it's a little more uh, to me, it feels a little more intense than it used to, but that could just be me. But I really love the game. I do recommend it 10 out of 10. It, there is a door that you can go through to beat the guy. I don't play it that way. Let's get an axe. You need twigs and flint to make an axe. And you need to get wood and grass and stuff for your first fire. And you just need to choose a base camp. You need to choose an area that you think would be good to build a base camp in. I don't play it that way. I play it just strictly as a survival game to see how many days I can survive. I am currently trying to survive 70 days, which is a whole year, and Don't Starve. Make it through autumn, winter, spring, and summer. And we've not been successful yet. I want to keep trying until I am successful. I hope you all understand. Let's get this in case. I just want to see if I can do it. Like, I just want to see if I can manage it. If it hadn't been for that living tree last time, we would have been okay. But well, I tried, but I let him everywhere, and I even had activated, like, the touchstone, but it didn't matter. So that's okay. We'll try again. You gotta make sure that you get all the wood and the grass at the beginning that you can get, and all the twigs and the flint. You want to find where the pigs are camping, but you want to make sure that whatever you choose is not going to be around a bunch of hubbub you don't want. I like to do it in the savanna biome, but a lot of people have different preferences, so I'll show you what that is. This is the savanna here. This is where I like to set up base camps. These are my favorite. Sometime I will follow the road around to see where I get with it. There's a turkey. I'm not going to try for that right this minute, because you got to get right up on them and kind of face them and like hit them in the eyes. And sometimes that can be kind of hard. So right now I'm more interested in getting myself ready to find an area to set up a base camp, and the video today is art objectives. So we want to walk around the map and see what I think would be preferable. I don't want to do it anywhere where I think there's going to be a bunch of like enemies or monsters, like those green looking pigs, I guess. I don't want to do it there if they're going to be there, because then that's not going to be good for us, because then they'll be all over and stuff. You want to pick as many flowers as you can, but you also want to save some, because you want to be able to come back and pick them like when your sanity is low. So just keep that in mind. Save some. And it also helps with butterflies. You get more butterflies that way. Yeah, see, like, we don't want over there. Look at all that. See? See those green looking, like, pigs? We don't want over there, because, I mean, you just... And these trees can be living, too. Like the birch nut trees. They can be living as well. Just don't see a good place yet. Now, that's what I said about turkeys. You can find them in the berry bushes, too. And sometimes that's where they'll be hiding, is the berry bushes. Let me look at the map and see. Yeah, that area down there, but I wonder if they're still there. And there's a graveyard and a beehive. I just don't want that close to that stuff. So we're not going to go back there that way to try it. We're just going to keep on keeping on to see what we can find. We could jump in that wormhole, but it'll kind of mess with our sanity. Where is that wormhole? It's back there, isn't it? We want to live close to the pigs if we can. It's always a benefit to live closer to the pigs, because then when you have things like the living trees or the monsters, they kind of help you with them. And it's always... There's the wormhole. I wonder where this takes you. Let's find out. Now, this does mess with your sanity, so you want to be really careful doing it. And you never know what you're going to get and where you're going to land. So you just want to be really, really careful doing something like this. And we got to build a fire. And we're going to eat, but we're going to cook some of this first. I always cook some food. The birch nuts can be cooked and eaten as well for food. So I'm going to cook these and eat them. Or you can plant them to grow another birch nut tree. So I'm going to cook this while we got a fire going, and I'm going to eat. A lot of times I won't eat until I'm really, really, really hungry. That way it's not, you know, I save some, and because I don't want to waste it, because a lot of times it's hard to find. Food is hard to find sometimes, so you just want to save it if you can. You gotta make sure you're getting enough grass, wood, things like that. You gotta make sure you get flint and twigs at the start, and then you can make a axe to cut down your trees with, so that when it gets dark, you'll have enough to build a fire with. So if you do the presets like I showed you, you can put it on a long day and you won't have as much dark time. So it gives you more time to plan what you would like to do. Just watch out for the tentacles. Let's just walk this way and see what happens. Is it all swamp? This is the swamp biome. We're just gonna walk around for a minute and see. Just want to watch the tentacles, because they're everywhere. I think I can craft. Not yet. If I had a hammer, I'd knock that down. Okay, I don't think this is anything but the swamp. We're just going to be really careful. You just want to keep moving. You don't want to attack those right now, because you don't really have... Okay, let's see. Did it bring me back to where I was? Almost. Okay. You just want to keep stocking up on wood, grass, and things like that because you want to keep it really full. Especially when you're just walking around before you get a base camp. I don't know, guys. This doesn't look too promising. Kind of like it looked the last time. But we're going to keep looking and see. The only reason I didn't want to do it over there is because of those green pigs, which I don't know if they're still there. And I didn't want to do it because the bees. But if we're real careful, we could get rid of the bees. I'm trying to look to see if there's any other areas we can push her up or down to. Sometimes if you follow the road, like this here is like a little path. Sometimes if you follow this through, you can find things too. Because you just walk on the path, you can like walk around and find different things. Just took me right back here, didn't it? I mean, up there might not be bad. Let's see. I want to find an area, though, if I'm going to do this, where there are a lot of rabbits, okay? Like a lot of rabbits. What's over here? Are they still over here carrying on, or are they gone? They're gone, huh? No, they're still here. I'm going to eat something. Let's see. Huh. I know in my heart this is not a good idea. I just don't know what to do. This is all down here. That leads to nothing. Let me look at this. That would lead to nothing, and there's a graveyard there. I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. That's not going to take me anywhere. What if I went over here and went down a little further? Okay. We're picking this up. That's a... Okay. I mean, this is where I like to do it at, but I just don't think this is a good idea. I'm just trying to be proactive here because I just don't think it's a good idea. I think it would end up being a scary venture with that all going on. But now, how about this? Like, does this go further and further and further? What's over here? Is it another place with a lot of rabbits? Because if there is... Oh, it's beefalo. Sometimes you just gotta keep on looking because you don't... Like, that up there I don't feel as safe. You just want to keep on exploring all that you can to see what you can get. Like down in here wouldn't be bad, but there's beefalo. And I'm going to tell you a little tidbit. Shoot, that's okay. It's okay. We were hungry anyway. Let's pick it up. Might have to make a, but we got to find gold. Okay. Beefalo are usually very mild unless they're like red. Remember how I said in the beginning I didn't want that on my preset? So they're red on the bottom. They're breeding. Can be a very bad. They get a little more aggressive. So sometimes you don't want that. Let's see. We're good. So I don't know if I want to camp beside them or not, but we're going to keep looking here. We finally found something else that isn't up here by all that nonsense. We've covered a good bit of the map, which is very important to do. Like, it's day 3. We'll get a backpack. We need one. We'll get the stuff we need, but we just need to make sure of where we're camping first. We want to pick an area that we know for sure is not gonna, you know, cause us a lot of problems. I think what we should do is to, we'll explore this one. We'll try to make it 70 days. At the end of this series, maybe we'll explore a different DLC, like Shipwrecked or Hamlet, and choose a different character. There is a character that I like to use in Shipwreck that comes with the surfboard. And she's pretty cool to use. I just don't know, you know, if I want to. You do need the manure, or when your food goes bad, you can use it. Because when you replant the grass, the berry bushes and stuff for your base camp, you do need to fertilize it. So you can fertilize it with this, which is the manure from the beefalo, or you can let the food go bad and then you can fertilize it with that. Like if you don't eat it in time, or the flowers go bad or something like that, you can use it. So just keep that in mind. Well, there are a lot of rabbits here, huh? I don't know. Maybe it'd be better to do it in this area and just ignore the beefalo. They won't really bother us unless we bother them. This has got a lot of rabbits too. We're not by the pigs though. It's by a graveyard and these bees. I just don't know about this. This graveyard is not safe at night. Excuse me. If we go further down, though, it might be okay. Alright. We're going to try to do it in this patch here. And let's see. I don't know if there's anywhere else we could go. We could do it this way. Let's at least try this first. We could follow this road maybe and push it down a little more. Just want to be sure wherever we're doing this at, we're not going to have a lot of conflict or problems. Because if I can always come back and get manure and things like that, but you don't want to do have a lot of conflict and problems, because it makes the whole experience very stressful. Yeah, this is the end of it looks like. Maybe not. What's down here? Yeah. Okay. I vote. Okay, we gotta eat real quick. Give me a minute. Sorry guys. Got a little trigger happy with the buttons. I vote that we just do it over here. For now, because we're already in day 3. Well, we got a lot of rabbits. We got enough manure. We didn't find the pigs, but I vote that we just do it here. So I think this will be a good thing to do. Let me see what's over here. Ooh, wait a minute. Are there a lot of rabbits over here? What's this? What's beside it? Those birds. See, this is what you got to be careful of. You want to make sure. Oh, there's a lot of vultures, buzzards. Maybe we do it here. Let's make sure there's not a big bird like that with an egg. I don't want that for sure, I know. I don't see one, but I don't see very many rabbits on this one either. And we need the rabbits for a food source. Well, let's see. There's rabbit there. Rabbit there. Well, I guess there's quite a few rabbits over here. If we built it here and we've got the gold and the rocks beside us, I think this will work. And then we could just go. There's no pigs. I don't know where they're at, but this time we're not gonna plant the trees right in our camp. We're gonna be a little smarter. So we're gonna work smarter and not harder. All right, let's try to get some gold. Well, we need a pickaxe. Gotta have a pickaxe. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop this since we know we're gonna be staying here. And we're gonna go get gold to make a science machine super quick before it gets dark. And we're gonna have to cut some more trees down. But we're gonna start working towards it. These rocks here, in case you have never played. So it'll be these rocks that look like this that have the gold in them. They'll be a little bit darker and they'll have a little bit of a gold yellow, like thin strip inside of it. We're gonna build a science machine. We want to do it in a fairly central location. We're just gonna build a regular fire this time, just to get it going. We're gonna build a storage shed, a science machine, and we're gonna get things going. And this is gonna be the base camp. So, welcome home. We're going to try this. We can always, always, always change our mind. But for now, this is where we're going to build it. I don't see the pigs, but we can always go looking. If we find a location that we think, if we keep playing and we keep walking around and we find somewhere we think would be better, we can always come back with a hammer and we can like break it up, tear it down, and then we can like take it somewhere else and build it as long as we have enough stuff. So that's something too. Or you can have two. You can build another one if you could find enough resources. So it's not something I usually do. I don't usually have more than one. But if we find the pigs and we think, oh, this is better, you know, we could do that if we wanted to. So we'll play a little bit longer till we get it started, and then we'll wrap this episode up. We started over. We're on probably day 4 or 5 when we get done. And so we'll play through this like we did the others and hope for the best. But this might be a good place because we're going to plant trees, but we're not going to plant them right there up on our base camp this time. We're going to plant them further back. Because you never know what you're going to get. You never know if you're going to get a living tree. Those living trees, they're hard. Alright. So now we're going to get more wood. Because we got to make... Now let me see the science machine. No, we're good. We can just go ahead and make it. We don't have to have the boards yet. Okay. Now let me think about this. We're going to build the science machine right here. Okay. And then we're going to build a shovel. Let's collect more wood first. We got to build a permanent fire thing, which is really nice when you get that. Look at all these buzzards. I wonder if we can trap them somehow for food. Gonna build a storage chest first, though. And a permanent fire thing. So we can just build the fire with just wood. I think we got enough, but let's get another one. Okay, now let's build the permanent fire, and let's think about this. Because we don't want to build it close to the science machine, because we don't want to torch the science machine. So, let's see, where could we put this? Here's good. This will go ahead and automatically build you a fire as well. So, okay, now. I don't know about this because there's not a lot of wood out here, but we'll grow trees and we'll get our own wood. It'll be fine. We got to build a storage chest. We got to start trapping rabbits so that we can eat. We got to go get all the berry bushes and start planting them. I don't know if this is a good place to do this or not, but we're going to do it anyway just for now. If we have to figure something else out, that's fine. But for now, we're going to do this. Let's eat. Let's see a lot of food. Food is very important, and wood too, especially when we get into the winter. We'll plant some away from the camp, so we'll have them. Okay, now we're going to build... Okay, now to build a storage chest, gonna go to refine. You're gonna do boards. So you're gonna need 3 of these. And then you're gonna build, you're gonna go up here to structure because it's a structure. And as long as you have enough, it's gonna let you build it. I don't want to build it close to the fire. I think I'm gonna build mine more down central into here. Now you can store whatever you don't need. And we're also going to do a rabbit trap. 1. So we can get that going. Because we're going to need food and it's going to be important. So we're going to go ahead and build some rabbit traps. There's that. That way we might, on the off chance, get a rabbit to eat over here. We already caught one. Look at that. Well, you use grass. You want to put grass back because grass is going to be very important. So you got one. You want to set these up all over the place though because you can catch more than one. We'll cook that and eat it. We'll dig this up and replant it and then we'll have grass of our own. So then we can go make another one. Let's store some of this stuff that we don't need. So let's see. We don't need this. And we don't need this right now. We don't need that right now. We are going to make an alchemy engine, but just not right at this point. And we're going to plant some of these trees. So we're going to store that. We're going to plant some of these trees, but we're going to do something a little bit smarter this round. We're not going to plant them right in our camp. That way, if it becomes living, maybe we'll take less of a risk of getting it into the camp itself. We're just going to kind of scatter them around. We'll have more wood out here that way. And it's not in our camp. I don't know. Like, after that last time, it kind of made me not want to do that anymore like that. Okay. So those will grow into trees and we'll have wood. 1 rabbit trap. Now we're going to go ahead because it's getting dark and we're going to build our fire. And we're going to cook this. Perfect. And the seeds. That'll give us something anyway. And we're going to go out and get berries and berry bushes too. So we'll have food. Hopefully we'll catch another rabbit. We hope, right? I don't know if this is a good idea or not. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of resources around here, but we'll give it a try. Oh yeah, and the hounds will be coming. Hang on, I'm going to see. We're going to make a spear. That's what we have to make with right now. That's what we're going to make is a spear. Because the hounds will be coming and we want something to fight them off with. So, even if it's just a spear for now, it's better than nothing, is what I always say. We're waiting till it's daylight. I didn't get the message, so it might be at the end of the day tomorrow or something. I didn't get the message for him, so must be in the clear this time. Okay, so hopefully we caught another rabbit, but we didn't. So we're going to make another rabbit trap. And what we're going to do is we're going to go looking for food. Okay? Because we're going to have to. We're going to go look for food. We're going to go look for wood. And we're going to set these out and hope that we get more rabbits. If this seems like something that's not going to be beneficial, we are going to... Oh, yeah. We are going to choose something else. Let's see. Backpack. Okay. Let's go see if we can find some food and stuff. And let those trees grow just a little bit more. Now we got plenty of space. So now we're just going to get down to the nitty-gritty of trying to get our stuff gathered. And figure out if we want to stay here. Because there is not a lot of resources around here. I don't know if this was a good idea or not. I'm just being honest. Well, let's go see if we can find some food real quick. See, this would have been better. Look at all these rabbits. We might be moving it. Let's see if we can find food or something. I don't know. Like, I kind of feel like maybe a map start over would be a good idea. And I really hate to do that to you guys because this just didn't yield a very good map. We'll play it through on this episode, see what we can do with it. And if I feel like we need a map restart, we'll just do another map the next time. Because I don't feel like this was... I don't feel like this was a good... You know, like a good map. It's kind of broke up and I don't... Yeah, well, beggars can't be choosers. Let's... Just wasn't a lot of good places to do this in, I didn't feel. Let's go see what we can find over here. If we can find an area that's got a lot of stuff in it, I'm good with that, but... If not, then I don't know. I don't want to do the bees because they're scary and yeah, I'm not into that. You think you can just do the one bee and then you do it and then you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, I'm feeling a bit better over here. I don't know. Maybe I move it. Maybe we move it next time. I'll decide and we'll make a decision the next time about what we think. But let's get some wood and stuff because we definitely need some wood. We just need to be near resources and I don't feel like we are over there. There's some more berries. Let's get them. We really need the food. We can come back with a shovel and get these, though. You just gotta kind of stick with this game. And it seems like a lot. It is a lot. You gotta kind of stick with it and to make decisions about what you think is best for, you know, your game. Stuff like that. If we end up having to move it, it's okay. Okay, we're gonna eat. Alright. We're gonna get our spear and we're gonna go after this thing. And hopefully it's gonna work out for us. Because they're hard to get, but we need this turkey. Dude, quit messing. Fred, come over here. We're gonna chase him unless he chases us into something bad. You don't bother the carrots, just the berries. Sometimes if I can chase him up and get to him in time. Okay, chase him up to one of these dead ends. Sometimes you can get him when they turn around, but you got to be careful close to the water. It'll go in the water. Turn around, turn around. Ooh, I got lucky. I got him. Now we got some food. Okay, let's chop some more of these down because we need this. And let's get some more twigs. Okay, we're doing fine. We just come back with a shovel, I guess, and fertilize some of this. I don't know, I don't feel like this map is giving us much food. Let's get all the twigs we can because we're going to need those too. It is a survival game, so it's survival of the fittest here. And you just got to keep on getting your resources. Okay, let's build a fire. We're going to cook that meat now that we got. Okay, and we're going to cook some of this other food we picked up. Now we got food. And we can stand in front of the fire. We got wood. So we're starting to put stuff back now. It's storming. Okay. We're doing okay. Oh, here they come. Hear it? Here they come. Here come the hounds. When you start seeing that above your head, did you hear that? That's what that means. You can hear them in the, like, if I'm quiet, you can hear it. Did you hear that? Here they come. I would not recommend eating the monster meat, but we'll take it. If we can find the pigs, then we'll give it to them. Let's go back to camp. We need to make a shovel and come back and dig all this up. If I had a hammer, we could knock this down and make a football helmet. Ooh, there's a pig. Now, let's see where our camp's at. Actually, it'd be okay, I guess. It would have been better if we could have built it closer to the top of here. But if we dig things up and we work at it real hard, we'll probably be fine. Not that way. We need to go this way. Now you're going to start to get wet. You probably, let's see. Let's do this. We'll wear a straw hat. And we'll collect grass on our way. We can dig this up and grow it. We can grow the berry bushes. We can come back. You want to wear a straw hat. Stand by a fire. Do something. It'll protect you from the elements at least a little bit. So everything and you don't get wet. And you're still going to get wet to some degree, but... There we go. Man, this is good out here. This is good here. This is really good here. Why didn't I build it here? Alright, guys. Different plan. Next time, we're going to move it here. Look. This is really good right here. Really, really good. Alright, we're going to move it. We got to go find it again. Where's it at? There. We're going to... It's not going to be that big a hard of a thing. We're going to move it over here in this area here. And I think we'll be okay here. If we have to, what we can do is we can fence off the beefalo. And then they can't bother us. Yeah, because this is not that far. And this would be a lot better. What's down in here? Wormhole. Oh, yeah, I like this much better. What's down here? The Pig King? Follow the yellow brick road. Follow. Well, I don't see the pigs, but that is a much better spot. Man. This is much better for resources, and I bet there's cocoons down here somewhere. Because that's another thing we need to be thinking about. Okay, we're going to wrap up this episode like right here. We're going to go back to camp. If we can make it, let's eat something. And we are going to do it right in here, but we're going to go back and get all those berry bushes and stuff and plant them. There's a wormhole. I like this a lot better. I don't see any cocoons, but we can keep looking for those. Yeah, this is much better. We're going to do it right over here. We're going to move it just slightly. Yeah, much better. I guess we could leave it and just walk over there. Like, it's not that far. Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better. You know what? Maybe we could just leave it and then just walk over there. How far is it? Or do we need to move it? Is it that far? This would be so much better, though, for the rabbits. There's a ton of rabbits over here. Or there was. Maybe we just leave it, I guess. Oh, look at all these rabbits, though. You got so many more over here. They're just everywhere. Alright, we're moving it next time. So we'll move it next time. We'll leave it for this time, and we'll wrap this episode up here. It won't be that big of a deal. We'll just make a hammer and move it all. It's fine. We don't have that much stuff yet, so we'll move it. Okay, yeah, we're just going to move it slightly. Just slightly over a little bit where all the rabbits and all that good stuff is. And there is still stuff where we can push it down. See it? So, yeah, we'll just move it over there to that. kind of where the like orangish, shady birch nut tree and the wormhole and all that is over there. And that little pig statue or whatever. We're going to save it right here and quit. And I will see you the next time. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome into anyone that's new. I hope you enjoyed this episode. This is our latest attempt at surviving 70 days. I hope at some point we do. I don't know if we will or not, but we're going to keep attempting it because I really want to, because I want to see if I can do it. It's a challenge to myself, basically. I hope you're enjoying watching it and learning a lot. I hope you like the game as much as I do. I do highly recommend it, like 10 out of 10. It's a really fun game, really fun to play. And it's always different. It's never the same. So it's kind of one of those games where you never know what you're really going to get. So, okay, let me think. Thank you for joining me. Welcome into anyone new. Please hit the like button. And if you could hit the subscribe button if you're watching it and you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you can hit that subscribe button, that would be great. I had a goal of 120. As long as the numbers hold, I'm only 2 away from my goal. And that would be fun. So, thank you so much for all the support of me and this channel. It's very much appreciated all the time. I also have a cozy channel. And if you want to subscribe to that, you can do that. I think it's linked in my about information on this channel. But I have a Crossing Maniac channel that I've had for 3 years. So if you're interested in cozy, you like DDV, Animal Crossing, you like Stardew Valley, that's what goes on over there on the cozy side. We're currently playing through Red Dead Redemption 2 over here on this channel. And we're playing through Breath of the Wild. We got Thunderblight Ganon last night. That was a lot of fun. What else? We played a lot of Don't Starve, Assassin's Creed. So we really do a lot of mixed up games over here. And I really love this channel a lot. Okay, that's it. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you get all the notifications. You guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, crew. Bye-bye.